Behind the rewritten history and tales passed on, often a varied translation, lay true Sladen with a tragic and sometimes darker past. On Vancouver Island, the most western point in Canada, is no exception to this. For years, in our own hometown, we've been told about the multiple accounts of hauntings on the property of the Cragflower Schoolhouse. Some of these stories we've even witnessed to be true. Now, on our quest to uncover these stories of the unrested souls and those who stayed behind, we're often asked why. Because we're not afraid of what we'll unveil. In a world that's easy for those to ignore truths and the understanding of what we fear, we are the ones not afraid to dive deeper into the shadows to unveil the mysteries and listen to those calling out from the beyond.
Cultures and the unusual.
Andrea, you'll never guess what just happened.
We don't know what it was, but something's definitely unsettling here.
Okay, let's go through our rooms.
In 1854, the Hudson's Bay Company built the Cragflower Schoolhouse, bringing over the distinguished and well-educated teachers from England to provide an education to the local farming community in the secluded area along the Gorge Waterway, now known as View Royal. Forming part of the Cragflower farm settlement and located in the center of one of the first established farming communities on the west coast, the school was necessary for providing a proper education to the children of the farmer as well as the children of the farmhands. At the time, there were very few routes in and out of the area, leading to any neighboring or major town, making any commute a difficult and timely chore. Now, being the oldest school remaining in Western Canada, the school has endured an array of events over the years. Everything from at least one reported death within the building to a disturbance of an ancient burial ground, now preserved along the school's property, and a number of historical events in between. Considering the facts we know, it would be no surprise to find attributed paranormal activity surrounding the property.
Because it's been reported excessive
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, there's a few stories here. One of them is about a young boy who seems to show up, is quite curious about things, and then disappears. The other is of a woman in sort of Victorian dress, and she appears. She seems to be looking for something, and then she just disappears.
See, that's really interesting because in a lot of the stories I've been reading lately are of people spotting a woman who just shows up and vanishes from there.
Yeah, it's a pretty consistent story, so it'll be interesting to see what you find out here because it's got a lot of history.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
So I brought somebody along with me who knows the full core of the property here.
Great, well let's go inside. Take you on a tour. Good. Yeah, just come on into the old Cragflower Schoolhouse classroom.
Wow.
Of course, this was the original classroom that we're here in now.
So, what was your connection to the property?
Actually, I operated as a volunteer during a program back in the mid-1990s called 1859 School Days. And we used to bring kids in here and give them the first-person experience of living a schoolhouse during 1859.
And this was a multicultural school, right?
The teachers were brought in from England, and most of the children were here were children of Scottish settlers.
That's interesting. And it was HBC that founded the school, is that correct?
That's correct, yes. This was all their grounds.
Great. Let's go see the rest of the
Want to see the rest of the
Yeah,
building? Come right this way. So this is the main upstairs quarters for where you'll find where the schoolmaster would reside with his family. And so it's quite a history of various teachers that have lived up here, and including a tragedy that happened back for one of the families where the teacher's wife had passed away giving birth to their second child.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the schoolmaster's quarters. This is where they would live while providing their teaching services here at the school. It's got a little bit of fascinating history. One of the schoolmasters here, his wife actually passed away giving birth to their second child in the space of it.
Hey guys, welcome to the Craigflower Schoolhouse. Now that you've had a tour, I'm thinking we should probably start investigating. My thoughts are that since the schoolhouse is so old and since some of the spirits we think are here are from the 1800s, I think it'd be a good idea to use a combination of some old techniques along with our new modern devices.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think some of our modern technology might seem foreign to them, so it's best if we just use those old methods.
I agree.
Great, ladies, let's go investigate. Great.
Hi Diana, thank you for providing us with some information of the schoolhouse here today. As a medium, can you tell us what exactly you sense here?
Well, as soon as I stepped through the doorway, I was aware of a female presence. She's very sad and despairing. She's very, very strong. I think that anyone who comes in here could possibly be affected by her. No need to be psychic for that. I think that she lived here once. And she's still very strong and stays here. So I'm also aware of a man in this room sitting at a table, and he's just sobbing with his head in his hands, just in despair. He may be just a memory, so I'm not sure if he'll interact, but there is that memory here. And then in the classroom, I'm aware of a child, a girl, and she is wearing a sort of a white pinafore over her dress, and she just wants to play. So she particularly enjoys children being here.
Why do you feel that these spirits are lingering here at this location?
Well, in my experience, spirits will stay in a place that's familiar to them. Mm-hmm. They may be confused and not know that they've passed away.
Right.
Or they may have unfinished business.
And do you feel like any of the entities are in conflict on the property?
I do feel a little bit of anger coming from the woman. I'm not sure if it's about the man that I sensed in this room or not. I'm not sure if they're aware of each other. Often spirits are not.
Are you aware of any entity that needs our help?
I think definitely the woman does. I'm not sure how aware she is that she's trapped or grounded. Right. So it would be interesting to try and build up some communication with her.
Can you tell me, what is your overall sense or feeling here on the property or on the land?
Well, inside the building, I feel profound sadness, and on the land, I feel that there are many voices. I can't pick one out in particular, but it could be interesting later on to see what you can record.
Wonderful. That's fantastic information. Thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome.
We hadn't even officially started the investigation yet, but almost immediately the crew started noticing oddities as they were setting up.
Wait, it could be that. Dude, that was so fucking cold.
Is it gone now?
Dude, that's it. I swear to God, I got goosebumps then.
Well, as long as the hammer stays there and doesn't start floating, I'm good till there. But
yo,
yeah.
I just got a freezing cold chill then.
That's a good thing.
Like right here. I don't know if it was a vent.
Well, it's usually the warm spot you want to worry about, so it is good. The other thing I was going to ask, so if I use
Yeah,
the
what's
ghost
going on?
box,
Huh?
it's
What's
really
going
loud.
on?
My camera just shut.
Okay, so I was going to turn it
Yeah.
on and for you to tell me how
weird.
loud or how.
Sure, okay.
So we're just in the school teachers' quarters right now, and this is the room, the space, in fact, of where Eliza Clark, the first school teacher's wife, passed away shortly after her second child was born. So since there's been so many reports of a lady being seen, I have suspicions that it might be her. Alright, so we're going to use some of our devices here. I'm going to use the K2 and I'm going to use the ghost box to see if we can connect with her at all. I'm holding a device in my hand, and it won't harm you in any way. As you can see, I'm touching it, and it's not harming me. It just has some lights, and if you come close to it, it shows me that you're in proximity of where I am. If you're here and you can hear my voice, is there any way that you could come and stand close to me and just make the lights on the device that I'm holding light up? Not trying to upset you or to hurt you. Just wondering if you are still here, or if you can hear us, or if you're wondering maybe who we are.
Having no reaction to the K2, I thought I would try my luck with the spirit box.
So I'm just going to pull out the ghost box and see if there's anybody here that maybe would like to speak with us. Is there a lady in the room here that can hear us? And your name might be Eliza? Eliza, we were told that you passed. Eliza, we were told that you passed away in this room. And I wanted to reach out to you to see if you were okay, or if you had a message you wanted to bring forward. We're not here to hurt you or to cause you any upsets, but we've heard that you've been making yourself known in the building to a lot of people, and usually there's a reason for that. So we were just wondering if you needed help. Is there anybody else here that would step forward and be able to speak with us?
Despite the building being over 100 years old, we had to stop the investigation to find out where these footsteps were coming from.
I definitely sense somebody's in here. There's this massive cold spot I can feel next to me.
Yeah, I feel that too.
I just feel somebody wants to step forward, but they're just not quite willing to.
At this point, I felt compelled to gather the team and to move the investigation to downstairs.
Hey guys, so we're going to start off investigating in the main schoolhouse here. Quite often the lady is seen in this room, and sometimes the little boy as well. So we're getting some fluctuations on the millimeter. Let's see if we can Are you guys getting anything so far on your devices?
Not yet, but I don't really feel anything uncomfortable around here.
Neither do I, but I really feel like someone's standing behind me.
Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I definitely feel like there's something here.
Well, guys, it is an old building, so it could be just that.
No, I feel something really strong, like here in this area.
So let's give the ghost box a try.
Okay.
Is there anybody in the room here that could hear us that maybe would like to step forward and speak to us?
Is anyone here right now?
We're just here to see if you had a message or that you needed some help, or just even if you wanted to speak with us.
Maybe anything on the K2 meter?
No, not yet.
Definitely feel something behind you.
I just got this warm feeling rushing down my arms just now.
It just went to red and then it went back.
Would anyone like to come forward and speak with us?
Music coming through.
Did you hear that?
I did.
What was that?
Can you please tell us your name?
Could you please tell us why you're here? We're aware that you are here.
Oh, I heard that. It sounded like Matt.
Is your name Matt?
Can you hear what it said? Can you please repeat your name for us?
I'm going to use the dowsing rods. When we have them in center, in neutral, if you want to, I'll ask yes or no questions. And a yes will if you like to split them all the way to the sides. And a no will be to cross over in the center. Is there anyone here with us today in the schoolhouse? Were you a teacher here at the school?
Guys, it almost sounds like somebody's walking upstairs and everybody that is here is downstairs.
I think I hear it too.
Footsteps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay. Should we head on outside?
Yeah, why don't you guys check out outside and see if you detect anything out there.
Okay, girls. So grab all the gear that you need and let's go.
Okay.
One of the camera operators and I immediately went upstairs to see if we could figure out where the noise was coming from. The rest of the team, including the crew, went outside to continue investigating.
So just coming back upstairs to the teachers' quarters. Really feel there's somebody here. That one, the neighbor's camera. This is the room. This is the room that the first school teacher's wife unfortunately passed away in during her second childbirth. And it was about a month after that she unfortunately passed over. So we were hoping to reach out to her. Her name is Eliza Park. there anybody in the room with us? If there is, would you be able to maybe knock something over? Knock on a wall? Show yourself? That'd be a good indication for us if we could maybe help you in some way. Show yourself? That'd be a good indication for us if we could maybe help you in some way. Show yourself? That'd be a good indication for us if we could maybe help you in some way.
Okay guys, we're outside the schoolhouse now. So to our left is the burial ground, which we don't want to disturb. And in front of us here is the playground where the boys usually seen playing.
Okay, well let's focus on the area where the activity normally occurs. So do you guys want to start using our devices and see if we can pick up anything?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay.
If there's anyone out there, would you mind coming towards us and maybe coming through our devices to let us know that you're here?
Are you guys picking up anything on the devices?
Nothing
No.
so far.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
With the lack of response, the team moved back to the front of the building where the activity is commonly reported.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, here, take a
Let's
look.
have Huh.
Now that I think about it, I mean, there's a dark patch there that kind of looks different than the other darkness around it. If there's anyone here with us right now, can you make your presence known? If you'd like, you can come towards us and touch these devices and they'll light up.
As the team was contemplating what area to focus on next, little did they know what was happening right behind them. I was still upstairs with the other videographer investigating the earlier sounds. To this day, we can't explain how the lights turned off on the main floor. And to add to the unknown flurry of activity, an orb seemingly appeared as the team was approaching the schoolhouse.
Hey guys.
That was quite the experience outside.
Okay. It's quite interesting upstairs too. I think there's a lot going on in the building and on the property.
Awesome.
All right, well let's wrap it up. Time to go, ladies.
Okay.
Hey Lorianne, I need to ask you a favor. So at the investigation, we got a name that came through the spirit box and it was Mary. So I was hoping that you could do some research and see if you can dig up any name reference with that to the schoolhouse. With some of the evidence we captured, I'm believing that this name is associated with an adult, maybe one of the teacher's wives. I'm not sure. Thanks for looking into it though.
Hey Andrea, I got your message and I looked into this. There's no recorded name Mary associated with the schoolhouse. They seem to record the children's names over the wives, so not a lot of available information there, and harder to find details after 1912. You'd think there would be a Mary. It was a popular name back then in Victorian times. I'll keep looking into it.
After our evidence review, and even after the investigation itself, we truly felt that this location is haunted by a number of active spirits. And one spirit that we all experienced, including the crew, was that of the female that we believe is Eliza. We also seem to feel that there's at least 2 male spirits that communicate with inside of the building. We're quite certain that there's other spirits on the property, though we're not sure if they're aware of us. We do have plans to go back for a second investigation. It'll be quite interesting for us to see what will happen now that we've established the connection and that these spirits are more familiar with us. We always hope that we make some difference, and at least for those that are happy to be there, that they felt heard.
Trying to be cool.